Today we are going to see the Toastmaster structure and learn a bit about how you can improve your leadership with the help of Toastmaster international structure. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, great. So I started my Toastmasters journey in 2017. So my objective was only to improve my public speaking skills. But what happened was that I got opportunities to improve my leadership as well. I started my role in the club executive committee as a SAA, Sergeant at Arms. Then I took treasurer role, then I took VP education role, then I became president, then I became area director as well. So it was an awesome journey. When I look back, it has taught me so much about leadership, people management, and a lot of different things. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the Toastmaster structure, who takes care of what, and how a club is being run, what a member is part of, etc. So when you look at the high level overview of a Toastmaster organization, it is a huge organization, right? It has more than 364,000 members, 16,000 clubs in different countries, like 145 countries. So it's not easy to run such a large organization if there is no structure. So today we are going to learn how Toastmasters is being run in a proper fashion, in a manner, highly successfully, and making sure that every member is getting the benefits of Toastmasters. Okay. So if I quickly go to the Toastmasters structure, you can see that this is how the Toastmaster structure looks like. So you as a member is over here, and you are part of a club, and a club is part of an area. So there are multiple clubs part of one area, and there are multiple areas part of a division. So there are multiple divisions part of a districts, and districts are part of regions, and regions is part of the board of directors, and then it is completely run by the world headquarters. This is how the high level picture of the Toastmasters looks like. So in each club, each area, each division, there are leaders to run it. Okay, if you're working for an organization as well, there must be a defined structure. There's a CEO, the CFO, then there is CIO, and the different IT teams, directors, and finally the employees under them, right? So just like that, there is a defined structure for Toastmasters as well. Why you have to aware of it is because people who are looking forward to improve your communication as well as the leadership skills, you should know what is included out there, or what is out there you can explore yourself. So if I jump a little more in detail to the clubs, you can see that a club contains an executive committee. Okay, it's called XCOM in short, and an XCOM has president, vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relations, secretary, treasurer, sergeant at arms, and immediate past president. So this is what the executive committee in a club looks like, and you are now part of a club. Okay, so now when you are part of a club, you should know who is your club's president, who is your club's VP PR, VP education, secretary, etc. So each role has been elected. It's an elected role. There is a 1 year period which is given to the executive committee, and every year there is election which happens, and every member will vote for who want to be the president, VP, etc. And that is how the usual standard look like. So if I go in depth into each and every role in a club, what it do. I will start with immediate past president. So immediate past president is nothing but the president from the past XCOM. And sergeant at arms is a person who will be the one who is welcoming every member, who is making sure that the club meetings are properly conducted. He is the one who is arranging everything before the members arrive at the venue. Okay. So now since it's online, you may not be noticing what are the settings he's making to conduct the meeting. But when it's a face-to-face meeting, there are a lot of things to do as a surgeon at arms. For example, organizing the meeting rooms, making sure that the banners are properly kept, making sure that the meetings, the chairs and everything, the fundamental things are all already and set for our members to start the meeting. Then there is a treasurer role. So treasurer is someone who is responsible to make sure that the money, it's about managing the money, right? It's just like any other treasurer in any other organization. The money is managed by a treasurer. So every member, when he or she pays a membership fee to the club, that money is managed by the treasurer. So he or she is the one who is making sure that we are renewing the members on a regular basis, how much money we have, how much we can pay to the venue when we are conducting it over there, how much we can pay for the maybe the tea and snacks and everything. So I have took these couple of roles previously. I was a surgeon at arms in my first XCOM meeting, and that was the opportunity for me to come on stage for the first time and see the audience. So I enjoyed that role a lot. Then I got the opportunity to become a treasurer as well. That's when I realized how much money is important for a club. If there is no sufficient money in a club, it cannot run properly. So there will be challenges in hosting the meetings and the menus and everything. And there is secretary role. Secretary role is more on supporting the president and the XCOM majorly to to write or manage the minutes of the meeting and the basics of helping the XCOM. And then we have the VPPR. So VPPR is more for people who are interested in the public relations, for example, those who are interested or who are already working in the PR domain where they wanted to post. There is a regular task which he or she has to do, for example, posting in the social media regularly about the meetings. Also, there are flyers we have to create. All these flyers are being created by the VPPR. So these are more specific to the PR activities in the club, which is also very important to make sure the message has been shared with everyone out there. Then there is VP membership. So it's a very key role, VP membership role. So that is the where the club growth is completely dependent on, because there are some requirements on how many members has to be there in a club in a period to be considered as an active member. As long as we have many members in a club, it is called a good strength club, which will be better always to have always good members. So VP membership is the one who will be talking to the prospective members to make sure that they know what they want to know before joining a club. Also during that joining process as well, almost all of you may have already spoken to a VPM in one of your club to understand the fundamentals of joining a club, etc. So VP membership is a very key role where we have to be I thought like we have to be somewhere like a sales guy to sometimes convince a member to understand, okay, what is Toastmaster, what are the benefits you get, etc., etc. And VP education, as the name suggests, it's more of education, which means that she or he has to make sure that the club is getting the trainings on time. Also, he or she is the one who is responsible to conduct the meetings on a regular basis on a defined structure. For example, before conducting a meeting, there is something called agenda. That agenda has to be prepared. We have to find the roles to be filled, and everything has to be done. We have to make sure the flyers are done. So all these things are done by the VP education. And president is the one who is having the most highest power in a club, where he or she has to understand different people working with him, the VP, VPM, etc., who will be taking more, who has to look the club from a high level perspective to understand uh, how we can run this club successfully with the meeting or with meeting all the requirements of the members and So automatically it is running the club successfully whole that year. Okay, this is the XCOM committee. So they are very well organized. So those who are already part of XCOM, they already know what exactly happens in XCOM. But these are some of the roles which, as a member, you can think about in the future. You can take. Okay, if you get an opportunity and if the role is interesting for you, you can always think about these roles. Okay, when I took different roles, for example, as a president, as an area director, as sergeant at arms, I always think about, or I'll always write on a paper, okay, what I wanted to really learn from that role. Okay, just one thing. So, for example, when I was a president, what I wrote was, okay, how can I delegate? How can I learn delegation? Okay, but when I took the role of area director, what I'm thinking about is, okay, how can I achieve the goals set for me from the higher team, that is the division director. Okay, so this kind of things, you can define what you want to learn from this, and always think that these are not paid roles. These are all voluntary, right? So you have to think that, okay, this is not a paid role where you are taking this role voluntarily and you are trying to learn something new. Okay, so unless you don't know what you're going to learn from that role, you will not do that role properly. So you have to understand, okay, what you want to learn from that role, then take the role and can keep that in mind, and then continue doing that role. So now quickly on the areas. So there is an area council. So area is actually run by the area director. So it's also follows same thing of elections. So an area, there are multiple clubs under an area. As a area director, now what I'm doing is I'm talking directly with the area council members. That is mainly the presidents of the club which is assigned to that area. So what I'm doing is, now I'm reporting to the division director. Okay, so our so you must be having, I'm sure that you must be coming from different areas or maybe different clubs, and you should know which area you're part of, which division you're part of for now. But you can think about these different roles. So now if you look at the area council, you can see area director, area assistant area director, program quality assistant area director, program club growth, then secretary, then all the presidents of the club, all the VP education of the clubs, which is part of that area, etc., etc. So now if I go down to the division and the other part of the Toastmaster structure. So in a division, so division is mainly run by the division director. So division director will be talking to all the area directors, and there will be goals set by division director and objectives, etc., which will be taken care by the area. So there are people who are supporting that area director on these assistant roles, etc. Now, if you look at districts, so uh, district has a district director as well, and there are many other bigger roles out there who are setting up some goals and making sure that they are meeting the goals for that district. And then we have regions. So multiple districts are part of a region, and there are region advisors over there, and the regions are part of board of directors. So board of directors, you can see there is the international president, and then comes the world headquarters. This is how the Toastmasters international structure looks like, but you may focus right now as a new member on this part, mainly the Club XCOM. Those who are interested in learning leadership skills or focusing on learning something new, or also want to try something, you can always think about being part of the Club XCOM. Then you can think about area, then division, etc. So that's a quick overview on the Toastmasters international structure. If you have questions, please let me know. Thank you.